October 3rd, 2021, on Channel 4 with Willie Geist, a commercial comes on, and it says Hispanica Heritage Month, come with us, come with US.
Well, hello there.
And then, oh, it jumped. There it is.
So many more journeys to make, celebrating the Hispanic Heritage Month. Come with us.
And then it shows Comcast, NBC Universal, Focus, Oxygen, Universal, NBC Universal Local, Fandango, Peacock, Golf, NBC Sports, NBC News, Bravo, USA, DreamWorks, Telemundo, CNBC, Universo, SYFY, NBC. I had nothing to do with this. This is what's called a ORT cloud. O-R-T. This is part of an ORT cloud, and it is a big problem. It goes with this.
Well, hello there.
This instrument is called a guitar, G-U-I-T-A-R. It is a big problem. It is an argument between men of quiet, important, dangerous stature that control many, many things, that had a wood instrument on the shoulder called a violin, and a smaller one called a viola. Then there was a larger one. That's called a cello. There's a harp. And then for the vagabonds on the go, they created a guitar, 6-string. And then there's variations thereof. But the money from the guitar is where, and then they put a shallow guitar, no longer acoustic, with some electric in it. Again, big problems, big money raising fest, and big leading in the wrong direction at breakage in quiet, dangerous places. And then here comes a casino based on a guitar.
50 feet of sun-kissed revelry. I am South Florida paradise.
South Florida. Neon lit, N-E-O-N. Is that the lighting problem at Xenon and halogen? Oh, and it's hard rock, which is universal apparently. And this is what I feel like at the moment. Except my body doesn't even move like that.
Every day on Today All Day.
This is the commercial for Universal.
Through the glass ceiling and down the red carpet. We glued millions to their seats and brought the world to their feet. And still, we're not done yet. So much more.
They brought the world to their feet. You know what I don't see inside this commercial? Any of my people. How did Universal, when galaxy is broken between the Milky Way and the solar system, how did we get a broken picture and pixel at DreamWorks and Universal? I'm just curious.
Much more to see and so many more journeys to make, celebrating the Hispanic Heritage Month. Come with us.
And that looks like it's New York City. Let's just listen to that one more time on that commercial. Just the words.
On Today All Day.
It sounds like Lion King and Simba.
Through the glass ceiling.
Through the glass ceiling.
Down the red carpet.
And down the red carpet.
We glued millions to their seats and brought the world to their feet.
We brought the world to their feet. Their feet or their knees. And they're still not done.
More to see and do. So many more journeys to make. Celebrating.
So many more journeys to make? Really? Like to where? Because quite frankly,
Well, hello there.
I'm having trouble walking in this world that you all created with some guitar money. Seemed harmless. Broadway, some music, some guitars, some playbills. But yet, I'm looking like this. I'm wishing for death because it's a lot nicer than to have to walk around human in this pain position. And quite frankly, manipulation of the weather and the weather pattern, which is currently what I'm experiencing here in New York, not just by employment shuffle of family members and traveling artists of all kinds, but also major artistry and weather manipulation by high science crime and by high science computer. It is so incredibly painful to even be in existence at this point in space and time. In Bayside, there's also, there's a radio station. I don't listen to it because I don't know Korean. I don't have a dial. There's no station that comes in on my radio. I get like Z100. I get like Star 99.9. I get 98.3. A couple other radio stations in my car. I don't get the Korean radio station. But what I did notice in my car is sometimes I'll get two radio stations that simultaneously will be like magnetic to one another. It's just for some reason my radio flips up the English version, rather than whatever's behind it in white noise. But it could be flipped in a magnetic static of a reading of a ticker tape. That goes into high physics, but whatever. But there is an actual building, a brick and mortar building in the zip code 11361 that has a Korean Pepsi like circle, and it says Korea, Korea radio. And I guess they broadcast from here. Now, that's a little concerning considering that up and down Bell Boulevard, there's gigantic, like almost looks like electrical panels. They're about the size of this, actually, and about this deep. And they look like gigantic electric sources that are so high powered at such a high frequency, it would be easy for one to torture the people on Bell Boulevard easily by moving the high electric volume into such a vortex that it literally no longer looks like regular healthy space and time area that one should be surviving and thriving through. They actually bend the air and the health portion of space and time into a non-healthy matrix, and it's development of high advanced weaponry based on whim at this point, because I don't understand why is nobody shutting it down when I can barely walk. My legs are literally in my joint. First of all, my knee, Knee, no longer looks like a normal hinge knee joint. It now, the bursar area and the articulation between the tibia, fibula, and the femur no longer work like a regular. The tissue's swollen, the plasmatic plasma inside the blood, the white blood cells to plasma to red blood cell count is moved in such a fashion that it's actually swelling, and the shape of my knee from the outside no longer looks like the knee that I was walking around with my entire life and that I was born with. And now it no longer functions like the knee that I was born with. I can look at my son. My son has the exact same body type and body figure, Nucci, cat scratch, that I was born with. skinny legs, skinny knobby knees, and now I'm looking at my knees and they are so swollen and the effect is so damaging and it is so painful to walk on. But at this point, it's like, this is what the humans are doing in order. And then they're like, go see a doctor, go see a doctor. And then you go see a doctor, and the doctor's like, surgery. And now they get to play around with medical device and your insurance company and then go out and play out on the golf course for these are invasive surgeries, but they're non-necessary. It's just now they become necessary because somebody's fucking around with the weather pattern and the weather. And it really is so biologically damaging and it hurts so badly. And then they're like, well, but I need my cell phone. You need your cell phone so much. I mean, like, and one really has nothing to do with the other. It's just with who's managing these corporations and who's managing these people, and why are you sticking multiple genetics on the same main street and then having the weather fought over who's controlling it by like demographics and who's got more people on the field. Now you make it a game and it's a lose-lose for the unsuspecting. And it kind of looks like war crimes on like high scale that you're all up to in quiet, dangerous, really rich places and everywhere in between where I'm standing at being tortured and punished on the public